Hello friends, this is Preston Gill filling in for Candace Devon, who's out sick this week. Welcome you to this week's edition of The Community, your breath of fresh air and positive local television programming. Last week we filed our report on back to school at Northwestern Elementary. This week we'll lead off with another back to school story, this time from Copper Mill. Students return to school Thursday in Zachary, Thursday in Baker. EBR schools return on Wednesday. Central schools return next week on Monday the 13th. We'll take a brief look at the orientation. What's going on behind us is registration for Zepto. We'll try to get a comment from a parent or two and maybe some of the students that are going to school here.
Hi, my name is Christy Harris, and I'm the Zepto president from the Zachary Elementary's parent-teacher organization. If you would like to get involved, you can contact your elementary school from either of the 5 elementary schools. Thank you so much.
All right, first of all, I want to welcome all our parents and students. We'll open up this school year with probably just a little over 850 students for 2 grades, 4th and 5th. We're excited about that. We've got activities planned, club activities, as well as our academics that will be taking place. So we hope that we have a great year. We've worked very hard to prepare for our students. We're expecting all of our students to do extremely well. We've got a very high standard. We feel like we have a great community support, and we appreciate that.
Where can you find the best 4th and 5th grade students and teachers in the state?
That's actually a very easy question. You can find the best 4th and 5th grade students in the state right here in the Zachary Community School District at Copper Mill Elementary.
Hi, Barry Hanks.
And your daughter?
This is Audrey Hanks.
How long have you been going to school here?
We started in pre-K, so this will be our 5th year in the Zachary school system.
And is this, your child is in the gifted program?
Yep. Yes, sir. Well, I think she does very well with reading and art. I think that's her accelerated points there.
Can we talk to her for a minute?
Sure, Audrey. I feel like talking.
Did you have fun this summer?
Yeah, pretty much.
Tell me what you did.
We went to Pennsylvania to help my grandmother because she had shoulder surgery. We got a new dog.
What's the dog's name?
Trixie.
So what are you expecting to do for this school year?
Have fun, pretty much.
Is this a fun school to go to?
Yes.
Good. Is there any teacher you want to talk about?
Miss Bryan and Miss Compton.
What's special about them?
They are the nicest teachers I've ever had. They have fun experiments and learning processes. They are just really nice.
Well, good luck on the school year. Who am I speaking with?
Laura O'Brien and Kylie O'Brien.
Kylie, what did you do for the summer?
I played golf. I played in a couple of tournaments.
Really? Is she a good golf player?
She is.
Oh, okay. So
She's the Baton Rouge junior champion.
I'm looking forward to having fun science experiments and reading some fun books.
Because these are our future. The kids are our future, and if they're not educated properly, then that's who's going to be leading our country in the coming years. So I think being in Zachary, where the teachers really care and really get down and dirty with the education and make sure that every kid knows exactly what they're supposed to do and what they're supposed to learn.
while we're talking schooling, let's talk about truancy. You know, what, a 97% attendance rate, the best in the state. That's probably not an issue that concerns many people here in Zachary, but in many communities it is an issue. State law says that a child is truant if he has 5 or more unexcused absences in a semester. That could even be unexcused tardies. But a lot of things besides a lack of respect of education could come into a child being truant. There could be a lot of issues going on in families. There could be chemical dependencies, mental and health issues. The parents may need GED testing themselves. They may be needing job training. A lot of things can affect whether or not a child gets to school every day and on time. Fortunately, in Baton Rouge, in the parish of East Baton Rouge, there is a center that can address all of these issues and many more in one place. And that's the Family Youth Service Center on Government Street near the interstate. I visited with its director, Roxanne Welch, and I filed this following report.
The name of the center is the Family and Youth Service Center. A lot of people have come to know it as the Truancy Center. It's the one-stop shop people have read about for years. But it's far more than that. It's a Family and Youth Service Center. When the new district attorney, Hiller Moore, came into office, he realized that the juvenile crime was increasing so rapidly that it would strain his resources to a level that he couldn't overcome. And so it was an issue that he wanted to deal with. And at the time, I was working as the education outreach coordinator for Mayor Holden. And so was a problem for the city also, and the parish. So the district attorney and the mayor felt like this was an important enough issue for us to sit down and try to address it. And what we came to find out is that the number one first indicator of juvenile crime is truancy. And so we know that there is a problem brewing whenever you have a child who is truant. My husband's a judge, and the one thing he always knew is that with Duke in his courtroom, in the criminal court, if an adult comes before him, quite often they have a 4th to 5th grade education. And it's horrifying. Very few of them ever have more than 10th grade education. So the education link is the part where things fall apart. So the district attorney, as well as the mayor, began several community meetings to address that and to define the problem. And from those community meetings grew this center, a place where there are services, and the services are already existing, so it's an efficient method of delivery of services.
So this isn't some new bureaucratic agency that's suddenly come into being.
What's really important about this that people need to understand, and I think most people do, this is not a new bureaucracy. This is locating resources that already exist, services that already exist, people who already exist, and putting them in a one-stop shop so it's convenient and the most efficient use of the resources and the best way to provide these services to our citizens.
So what you're telling me is that this isn't really just a truancy program.
The child has gotten so far behind, they need tutoring to be able to come up. That's one thing that's a problem. You've got substance abuse with the children as well as the family members. Those are needs that affect whether a child goes to school or not. You've got parents that are working 2 and 3 and 4 jobs, and so they're not there to supervise the child to make sure that the child goes to school. Well, they're working 2 and 3 and 4 jobs. Sometimes that's a workforce development issue that maybe with some training they will be able to get 1 job. This is about raising families, to be honest with you, and allowing families to become strong. And so this is exactly what it says it is. It is a family and youth service center. And one way in is if a child is truant. But when the child is truant, then we know that there's usually a problem with the entire family. And so we serve the entire family to be able to address the needs of that child.
I don't have to have a child that's truant to come and request services.
These are services that are provided throughout this parish already for all citizens, because what we've got is East Baton Rouge Parish government, we've got the Sheriff's Department, we've got East Baton Rouge Parish school system, we've got state services, and so these services are for everybody. They're for everybody that needs it.
If I've got a child that is having problems, whether he might be needing tutoring, or I might need help finding a job so that I can help my child, even mental health services, I understand, how can I get in touch with you?
You go on the internet, and the internet it's FYSC, which are the initials for Family Youth Service Center, -EBR, eastbatonrouge.org. Or our telephone number, which is new, so I'm going to have to give it to you. Our telephone number is 225-239-7800.
I hope our viewers will realize it's not going to cost them. It's confidential. Nothing that they share with you is going to hurt them. It's all to help them.
This is about This is about raising and strengthening families, and so consequently raising and strengthening the children in those families. This is not about harming people. This is about helping.
This is Annie, born at 2:48 a.m., Lane Regional Medical Center. Our first baby. I was so excited and nervous, but everything and everyone around me was perfect, including Annie. 10 perfect fingers and 10 perfect toes. My doctor said, "You're gonna love Lane." What he didn't say was how much they would love us back. Baby Lane, where the road of life begins.
We're back. Thank you for staying with us. You know, this is our 4th episode on the community. We appreciate all of our viewers staying with us each and every week and watching us here on WBTR. But I'd like to mention some others that have helped bring this show, the community, to you. 4 in particular. My first banking experience with the Bank of Zachary was in 1977 when they helped me purchase my first brand new car, a 1977 Ford Granada. I think I paid $4,800 for that vehicle. The Bank of Zachary has been a part of this community for many, many years. They've helped us promote our show, the community, with their advertising on their billboard, and we appreciate it. About a year and a half ago, I began having some cardiac symptoms. I went to Lane Regional Medical Center. Dr. Thompson and his staff and those at the hospital helped me come right back and get a clean bill of health. I appreciate it. I appreciate Lane Regional being a part of our show with Good Health with Lane Regional. I got to know Trey Welch several years ago. He and his family, admired and respected them very much. I appreciate his being a part of our show and helping us keep a track of what's going on in the parish with parish profiles, with his view as the Metro Councilman for this district. Susie Gautreaux, well, you know, a couple of years ago I considered selling my home. Who was the real estate agent I approached? It was Susie Gautreaux. And why is that? Because I knew with her expertise, experience, and the tools that she had, that she would be best suited for my needs, and I wasn't disappointed. I'm not disappointed that she's a member of our team with selling with Susie. And as we spoke of Susie Gautreaux and selling with Susie a moment ago, let's go right into that segment of our show this week.
Welcome to this week's segment of Susie Sells Homes. I'm Susie Gautreaux with Keller Williams Realty. Today we're going to discuss choosing your realtor. Realtors can provide the guidance, knowledge, and experience to help you through a real estate transaction with ease. Finding the right real estate agent to help you sell your home can be a difficult process. You may want to interview a few agents and consider these questions. First, are you a full-time or part-time agent? What is the average number of days your listings are on the market before selling? Will you service our listing personally, or will I be working with your team? How many sellers and buyers are you currently representing? What is included in your marketing program? What is your policy on responding to phone calls, emails, and text? And how often can I expect to communicate with you? How much of your business is generated by referrals? For more information on this week's topic, or to view any of our many property listings, please visit www.susiegautreaux.com. Here are this week's featured properties.
Thank you, Susie. Appreciate that. Now let's go to local attorney and Metro Councilman District 1 Representative Trey Welch for his segment, Profiles in the Parish. We'll have a brief segment this week when he talks about how it takes all sorts of entities to make a community healthy and vibrant. Councilman, as usual, we appreciate you joining us here on the community. We'll just take a little bit of your time today. What we want to talk to you about is We know that Zachary has the best school district in the state, but obviously a community like this becomes strong and vibrant and a great place to live, shop, and play with more than just a good school district. It takes a lot of other people on board, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And that's one of the biggest things that I've been real proud to be a part of. It hasn't been a me thing. This has been everything from our corporate partners with Lane Memorial and Georgia Pacific and Bank of Zachary and all the other businesses in this area. You've also got your partners that are volunteer boards. They give their time. That's what they do. And if it wasn't for them, they don't get paid to be here, but they make the big decision. Our core responsibility is to be supportive and to make sure that they get the tools they need to do their job. And it takes all of us working together to get that done, whether you're in government or whether you're in business or whether you're in the community.
So really it's sort of like it takes a village to raise a child. It takes an entire village to make the village what it is.
It absolutely, it takes more, and it takes, in our village, I think is the best village we got going.
Councilman, thank you for joining us again on The Community. Your insights and information is always informative. We appreciate it, and we appreciate you taking your time to join us. As a reminder, the councilman will have his monthly meeting this Tuesday. This meeting will be held this month at the Baker Civic Center. Now let's take a quick break on The Community. Don't go anywhere, because we still have more for the show that I know you're going to enjoy. Now for this next segment of the show, we will go up north of Zachary just a few miles to the community of Baker, where they are developing a master plan for our community and economic development. And they need the help of the citizens to do something very simple: fill out a survey so that they can find out what the citizens perceive as the needs and desires of the community as they begin to formulate and develop that master plan. I followed this report as we visited with them during one of their meetings.
I am LaTanya Anderson. I am the project manager for the Louisiana Development Ready City for the City of Baker, and we are creating a strategic 5-year plan for the economic development of the City of Baker. We have created a steering committee that will look at all of the things that the City of Baker needs to improve in, and we are holding community meetings and we are holding town meetings, and so we need everyone's support and participation in trying to make Baker a better city. And I'd like to get school board member Doris Alexander to talk about some of the things the steering committee is doing.
Thank you for this opportunity. It is important that all of the citizens of Baker participate in this process, because this process is designed to help our schools here in the Baker community. It is also designed to encourage more business participation in this community, because we all know that if our schools are not at the top, then businesses are going to be more reluctant about coming here. Please fill out the survey.
If you are a resident or a business, you can log on to the City of Baker's website, and the very first page, as soon as you log on, you would see surveys for businesses and residents. Or if you don't have access to a computer, you can pick those surveys up at City Hall, 3325 Groom Road here in Baker.
Parental involvement, LaTanya, is key.
In place of Lane Regional's Good Health, Lane Regional has decided to bring you a grand opening of a new doctor coming into town. Actually, he's both a family practitioner and a sports medicine doctor. So we're going to bring you some comments from the new doctor in town at his grand opening of his facility on Old Hammond Highway.
My name is Stephen Jones. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I attended Catholic High for high school, went to Xavier University for undergrad, did my medical training in Nashville at Meharry Medical College, and did my residency here in Louisiana and New Orleans at LSU Family Medicine. After residency, I went on to Jackson, Mississippi, and did my sports fellowship training at University of Mississippi Medical Center. And now I'm here practicing at the Fast Lane Clinic under Lane Family and Sports Medicine. This is my lovely mother, Diane Jones. It's the one who raised me and taught me all of my good morals and values. I do my best to try to practice them on a daily basis. Specialty is family practice, and I also have a subspecialty in sports medicine. I'm absolutely taking new patients here at the Fast Lane Clinic under Lane's Family Practice and Sports Medicine. The address is 19900 Old Scenic Highway, Suite H, Zachary, Louisiana, 70791 is the zip.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right, now we're ready for the third part in our multi-part series on outgoing School Superintendent Warren Drake. I visited with Mr. Drake and asked him what made the school system such a good system. What type of programs and things do they offer to the students and the parents there in that school system that helps enhance the learning experience? I think you'll enjoy this next segment. First off, I want to wish you the best.
Thank you.
Your pursuits with the state, much success.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that are here in the Zachary School District that help the kids learn and possibly enjoy learning.
Well, I think that's what makes this district very special. From the pre-K kids all the way through seniors in high school, we have unique programs. First off, field trips, especially in the elementary grades. We take learning field trips for students, and every child gets to go. We take them to the Houston Natural History Museum. We take them to see the King Tut exhibit. We take them to New Orleans to the Audubon Zoo, and we take them all over the place to learn. We believe that learning takes place 24/7. So it's not just in the classroom where students learn. So that's one of the things. But we have a robotics program in the middle school. Not many people know that. We have a technology program where every classroom has an overhead projector and a smart board in it where the teachers work interactive with the students. Not many people realize that.
What is a smart board?
Well, a smart board is a computer-generated picture on the wall that the teacher can work on, the students can go work on it. Everybody works, it's like an overhead projector from 30 years ago, but it's interactive with the students. The students can sit at their desk, work on it, they can go to the board and work on it. And so it's not just something written on the wall, it's something that they can use to generate additional information on the wall. We have a lot of programs in elementary schools that help students learn about the environment. For example, at Zachary Elementary School, we have what is called the Planet Challenge program that the school actually won. And they won it, national winner, was where they began planting grasses at Grand Isle to prevent erosion. They go down there every year, the second and third graders, the entire class, goes down there every year, about 600 students over a period of 3 weeks, and plants grasses at Grand Isle.
Wow, awesome.
Well, they learn about the environment. They learn about saving the environment. They learn about all the plant and fish and all of the different things that are natural habitat to the area. And then they come back and they study it in the classroom. And so it's a systemic learning process, I guess, is for lack of a better word. But Disney heard about this. They were encouraged to apply for the Planet Challenge award, and they won it. Students, the entire second and third grade from one teacher went to Los Angeles last year to Disneyland and were treated like royalty. They had a parade down Main Street for them, and they were the only group in the nation that won that last year, and so we're very proud of that. But also, in the same school at Zachary Elementary, they were finalists for the Science School of the Year for Science. Went to Washington, D.C., and we're finalists there. And so lots of really, really good things going on. In the very low school, we have, even in the pre-K, the students use smart boards. And so technology is integrated throughout the system. And in high school, for example, we have a program that we're getting ready to upgrade that's going to be a television production studio. In this upgrade going on right now, there's going to be a television production studio, but we also teach nursing. Most people don't realize that we teach a nursing class here, and they work with Lane Memorial Hospital to integrate and learn what's going on there on a daily basis. At Port Hudson Career Academy, our students go to the Louisiana Technical College every day to learn different trades. And so we have things for each one of our grades that helps enhance learning throughout the district.
Most of your students must want to come to school.
We have the top attendance rate of any district in the state. It was 97% last year. So I think, and that's not just because of the programs we have, but it's because of the teachers and the morale that they set on that campus, and the teachers set a good morale. And there is truly an academic atmosphere on the schools, campuses, and I think parents like that. Safety is number one for a parent's concern for their children. Safety is number one, instruction is number two. And you have to get the safety part done first before you can have good instruction. And I think that's what we've done.
Zachary High has a award-winning choir too, I understand.
Choir and band. Jason Bowers is the choir director there, and now that you mentioned that, we have a new building that's getting ready to go up. I think you've heard about that building, but the brand new choir studio with risers, brand new band room, and that is going to be very special. The 425-seat theater is going to allow us to do national productions. Actually, on November 12th this year, we have the National Choir of Brazil coming here. It's not been released yet, but the National Choir of Brazil will be one of our first great community programs in our new theater.
I think the community needs to be there.
I do too, and we'll get more information out probably starting in the 1st of October and let them know when it is. There will be a small charge for it, and we only have 425 seats, and it'll be performed one time. But we're excited about that. They go from here to LSU and then to Texas A&M, so we feel pretty fortunate to get a group of that caliber coming to the Zachary High School Theater.
It's been a real pleasure having you on our show.
Preston, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and good luck to you.
Thank you, sir. Best of wishes.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us this week. Thank you for joining us every week. Again, if you are a business person or a business manager, we'd like for you to consider advertising with us or becoming a sponsor of one of our segments. If this interests you and you want to see this programming continue, please give us a call, 505-6294, 505-6294. If you have a story idea that we could come cover, give us a call for that as well, 505-6294, 505-6294. Join us again next week on The Community. This is it for this week's edition. Until then, peace and good health. We're out.